shit. I didn't realize I was live. I did not realize I was live. Well then. I you caught me all eating my dinner. Cause let's just say right now, I'm hungry. I got nothing to eat. I got this fucking burger here, all American burger. I'm hungry. So if I start eating during the show, I apologize because, well, I need food in my system. But anyways, as always, well, I should have not been eating this fucking thing while I had to do this show or this live stream or whatever the hell you want to call it. But anyways, as always, wait for it. Wait for it. Greetings, one all. Welcome back to the network exclusively here on the Film Reviews channel. And for this case, folks, we are going to be, well, I am going to be going over my top 5 best and worst films of the summer of 2017. The topic is the top 5 best and worst films of 2017 for the summertime. But anyways, as always, folks, when it comes to these guests and everything, well, okay, when it comes to these streams, I'm usually having guests on here. I'm usually, having people participate, come on, join the stream, make it good. But today, folks, it's only me. That's right, it's only me, myself, and I. La-di-da-di-da. I'm all alone. There's no one here but beside me. But you know what? That's okay. So anyways, before I even get started, let me see who's in the chat. And I shall say hi to everybody. Hello, Jack. Hello, Leah. Hello, Tommy. Hello, BJ Fuckstick. Hello, CA Cougar. Hello, Deadpool. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Austin. But fuck you. Hello, Sammy. Hello, Danny. And hello, everybody else who's watching and whatnot. So anyways, folks, yeah. So let me get straight down to business. Now, this summer was, how can I say it in a way? It was I mean, we've had some good movies come out. We've had some bad movies that came out. But at the same time, we've had some overrated films, and we've had some underrated films, underappreciated, and we had some shit that was just downright despicable. Now, within this particular listing, what I'm going to do first, now, as for what I'm going to be starting off, I'm going to be going over my best movies first. Then I'm going to be going over my worst movies. Now, I don't have technically a lot in the honorables nor the dishonorables due to the fact, well, how can I say in a precise way? I just really didn't pay much attention to what came out over the summer. I'm being so fucking clueless right now. I apologize. Maybe it's because I need more food in my system. But anyways, honestly though, about this particular stream, let me be completely frank with you all. I originally wasn't going to plan on doing the best and worst films of the summer. Why? Because, well, I just don't know. I just wasn't really, up for it. I just didn't want to do it at first. But, on the network exclusively, and by the way, as always, folks, if you do want to be part of the network and whatnot, contact a member of the Dragoon Union, myself, Austin, Shane, or Tubby. Let one of us know on either social media here on YouTube or on Twitter. We'll talk, bring you into the network, and yeah, the more the merrier into the network group, the more updates you'll get from not only my channel, but from others' channels who's in the Film Forum, the Dragoon Union, the Platinum Crew, or pretty much different variety of members who are in the network. We'll keep you updated what's going on with their channel, and we'll also do, fun discussions and whatnot in the network as well, surrounding different variety of topics, within the movies, within music, within, books, even though that's barely ever talked, within, anime, whatever, video games, different varieties of topic, because that's the point of the network, discussion, pretty much having fun, and pretty much being friends with each other, because here's the thing, though, about the network. We are all together as a unit. We're all friends. We're all together as a unit, and when I bring new people in, I like bringing new folks in to help them create new friends, give them recognition that they deserve and whatnot. That's what I like to do, and my goal of the network has quite worked. All right, Let's see what's going on in the chat right now. Okay. All right, but anyways, folks, yeah, that's just over the network. So if you want to be part, get in contact with one of us, and we will definitely talk it over. For those who don't have me on the Facebook, I'm going to say right now you can contact me on Twitter as well, NG2C Network. That is basically well, you can contact me through Twitter and whatnot. Send me a message, send me a tweet, whatever. I'm hardly ever active on Twitter, but when I am, I'm sharing flicks with the dicks and whatnot. But anyways, folks, let's just get right down to business. No more muffling of the network. I'm sure you all get the point by now because I always promote the Facebook group all the time. The Pepsi's always my favorite beverage. But yes. Now, like I was saying, I've been seeing a lot of people. Yesterday, I was watching CA Cougar's top 5 best and worst films of summer. By the way, CA Cougar, happy birthday to you. And yeah, big Chief Cougar. But yes, anyways, folks, he had a good top 5 list, and a lot others as well had a very good top 5. And let's just say it was really interesting seeing a lot of people's picks and whatnot for what they had for the disappointing, overrated, underappreciated, guilty pleasure, worst and they're pretty much top 5 worst and best. And a lot of people had very interesting stuff. I mean, I've seen Facebook posts of their best and worst of the summer. I've seen obviously the YouTube videos. Like I said already, one of them was CA Cougar. Good stuff. Now, I guess I should have joined the crowd. Well, should I say join the crowd? But anyways, folks, let's get right to the best and worst. All right, for my best now. As for honorable mentions, I'm gonna go over that real quick. I only have one honorable mention, and that is Atomic Blonde. Now, Atomic Blonde, that movie, that to me, though, is it's one of those underappreciated films. It really is a very extremely underappreciated film. Why? Because how this movie is sitting around giving you that John Wick vibe and everything. And for it being that late 1980s dedication to those spy films, that was something like that in the 80s and whatnot, and having that type of vibe and everything, especially with the usage of music as well for the soundtrack and whatnot, and for what the story was about. Very solid film. Again, the film does have a few flaws. I gave it 4 out of 5. But still, it was a very fun movie, and it affected me in both objective and subjective value, and definitely a very fun movie to watch. Loved it. But anyways, let's get to the top 5, shall we? Okay, my number 5. This is a movie where, if you saw my review, this is a film where I thought that it was centering around, it was a biographical film centering around how Motown music was created. But you know what? I was dead wrong. Hold on a second. The reason why I said hold on for a second because, well, I forgot to turn my headset on. But anyways, like I was saying, I thought this movie was going to be a biographical film surrounding around how Motown music was created because of the propaganda poster and whatnot. So basically, here's what happened. When I saw this movie, it was one of the most intense, most brutal movies I've seen all year, and definitely a film that did not really get much recognition whatsoever nor thought, because the movie itself was very surprising and very intensive film to check out. My number 5 is Detroit. So this movie itself, again, it was intense. It was really, it was brutal. And at times, again, it was really scary seeing this movie because of all these events that took place throughout the movie and everything. Yeah, it was really surprising. But yes, from the first up until the third act, it was okay up until the final showcase where it dragged on a little bit. But overall, 5 out of 5 for the first second half, 4 out of 5 for the third act. Overall, 4.5 out of 5 for the whole entire movie is what I gave it. But yes, definitely a fun movie to watch. Absolutely great. Had a I wouldn't say fun time, but I did get a good educational, you can say, experience with the movie because it was really interesting. All right, Spider-Man: Homecoming. Oh, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I'm gonna get that out of the way. I'm not seeing it. Why? Because I'll get that out of the way again. For those who don't know, I'm not really big into the superhero trend. Really, I have no hate against superhero films in general. Zero hate against superhero films at all. I'm just not one of those guys who's into the trend, because when it comes to being a film reviewer and taste in genre, my favorite taste in genre is horror. That's what I like. But when it comes to reviewing films and checking out stuff, I'm a fucking rebel. I'm literally a rebel when it comes to it, because I usually break the rules, a little bit once in a while. I'm a fucking rebel when it comes to movies and whatnot. I'm sorry, Danny Zygon. I'm sorry. I have no hate against it, but don't get me wrong. I have some of the best superhero films on my top five best. Well, not top five, but in my best films of the whole entire year. I have Logan and I have Wonder Woman in my top 10 best films of the year. So you don't really need to worry. Hey Gary, guess what's coming up? Yes, Las Vegas, and guess Las Vegas, my good sir. Did I see you, Luke? Did I see your best list? Actually, no, I didn't. So I actually did not see your list, Lucas. I didn't yet. All right, but anyways, let's get to the number four, shall we? Okay, my number four, C.A. Cougar. I know you're in the chat and you're gonna fucking hate me because you're gonna say, "Oh, this movie needs to be higher." Why? Because let me just say this right now for the vinyl record. I did see the movie. It was a perfect 5 out of 5. I mean, from the rest of for the rest of these films, 4 to 1 are both perfect 5 out of 5s for me. That's it. Detroit was the only 4.5. But as for this one, let's just say this right now, it is basically one of the best trilogies today in modern times. And for how this movie ended and how it concluded for the entire series and whatnot, well, excuse me, for the whole entire trilogy, and basically, French fry, basically how it was concluded, what it was centering around, and the battle between both men and the apes and whatnot. Both sides' story, giving us that visual perspective of what's going through both sides' mind and whatnot, and especially what goes on with Caesar at the end. Not to spoil anything, because I'm going to try and make this spoiler free. All right, but anyways, my number 4 is War for the Planet of the Apes. Definitely an extremely fun movie. I had a really good time with it. It was intense. It was brutal. It was suspenseful. And it was a really, really solid film, and it was definitely a perfect ending to the trilogy. I had a blast with it. See, it is rare in modern times where you have a trilogy or a series of films where every single one of them just gets better and better as pretty much as the films come out. It just gets better and better with each film and whatnot. That's the best way I can say it. I'll give you a perfect example. Look at the Saw movies. I'm kidding. You all know me. I'm a sucker for the Saw films and whatnot from a fan point perspective. But from a film critic standpoint, I have to be completely frank with you all and say, yeah, first one was great. The rest of them were guilty pleasures, except for the last one. Yeah. But yeah, War for the Planet of the Apes. I had an extremely fun time with the movie. It was it was intense, it was suspenseful, and I dug the hell out of it. And it was a perfect ending. Definitely can bring a tear to your eye. It really can. All right, my number 3. Speaking of the superhero genre, let's get right into that. And from there, I think I just spoiled it right there. And no, folks, don't think Spider-Man: Homecoming, because that was not my best superhero film of the year. Because my number 3 and best superhero film of this summer, I meant not year, but whole summer, is Wonder Woman. Let me say this right now. Ever since Man of Steel, out of all the movies I saw in the superhero universe when it comes to DC and whatnot, Man of Steel was that top one for me, because it was everything I asked for in a superhero film. Now, folks, here's one thing. When it comes to superheroes and genre, again, I may not, follow the films like a lot of people do, but when it comes to comic books, I read comic books. I love comic books. But anyways, getting back to the movie in hand, let me say this right now about the film, just like Man of Steel, but for this one, Wonder Woman is a movie where basically it was everything that I expected and wanted in a superhero film like this. Because usually when it comes to films centering around a superhero, sometimes it'll be off track, sometimes it will. But this is the film where it gave you a whole new perspective of who Wonder Woman is, what her story is, and how she became who she is. And this film was unpredictable. This film was amazing. It was fun. It had really good camera work and and it was a really outstanding visual presentation of cinematography and how the film was produced. Is that the right word? Produced. I'm looking around here like I did something wrong. I don't know why. Anyways, outstanding movie. Absolutely loved Wonder Woman. Definitely one of the best films of the whole entire year. Fucking phenomenal. All right, number two. Oh boy, where do I begin with number two? Let's just say it is one of those movies where it's just original. The movie is original with its storytelling. It's original with its casting, and it's one of those rare movies where you have something brilliant, in the film where they use one thing, making it fit with another. Where they take the soundtrack of the movie and how they manage to take the music and edit it in with each step, push, sound, punch, or whatever it was, gunfire, or whatever the sound was. They took the music and they mixed it in with all the sounds in the film. It was brilliant. Edgar Wright is a fucking genius, and he's definitely one of the best directors of this whole entire year. My number two is Baby Driver. This movie was just something. It had a basic plot. It was a basic plot, basic story for what it was about. But the execution of the film, it was fucking brilliant. It was clever. It was genius. And this kid, Baby himself, on a personal note, for an objective point, personally, he's my character of the year. Why? Because I can relate to him on so many levels within his personality. That music is what kept him going. That's his life. I mean, come on, folks. Come on. That's the shit. That's my shit right there. That Baby Driver is just one of those films. Baby himself, again, I can relate to a situation within, music is his life and everything. That's what keeps him going throughout the day. His own personality of being a sarcastic smartass, I can relate because I am as well. And especially, well, how he is in general with his sense of humor, mannerisms, again, I can relate. Definitely pretty much my best character of the year. I loved how he came off, and for the whole ideal concept, Baby Driver 2 coming out, I cannot wait for it whatsoever, because I cannot wait to hopefully hear the story that he'll get out of prison, hopefully, in the spoiler alert, for him to get out of prison and, finally be with his girl. I would love to see that happen. Again, spoiler alert, that was. But yes, number two was Baby Driver. Okay, my number one. My number one, which is basically my best film this summer and rightfully deserved. This is a movie where it had legit practical effects, usage of planes, usage of machinery, usage of boats, and especially where Christopher Nolan sunk a fucking $500,000 IMAX camera in the goddamn water. But you know what? He didn't give a shit. He made an amazing movie. But here's the thing about this movie, Dunkirk, which is my film of the whole entire summer. Dunkirk, this is one thing about this movie that was fucking incredible. Usually when it comes to films, you usually start off with an opening sequence, where it just starts to build up to what the main plot is about. But for this case, as the genius that Christopher Nolan is, who is personally my director of the whole entire year, my favorite director and the best director of the whole entire year after this, right behind him, is Edgar Wright. But for this movie, Christopher Nolan, as the genius he is, he decided to cut the bullshit. He's just going to show the name of the movie, Dunkirk, and to get right to business. And that's what he did, and that's what happened throughout the film. See, thing is, very little dialogue was in the film, and the showcase for that, it was just mostly visual presentation of what the Battle of Dunkirk was about, and it was brilliant. The whole entire movie was absolutely absolutely brilliant. I cannot wait to own this on DVD, and I cannot wait to, you know what, watch it again 3 times. Because I saw it again in IMAX. And let me tell you right now, for those who haven't seen IMAX, try and get a chance to see an IMAX. Why? Because it is an experience to see when it comes to IMAX. Because let me tell you right now, it makes you literally, when you feel the IMAX vibe of that film, you sincerely will get that vibe that you are literally right there in the current event. That's what's so awesome about that. It really is. Alrighty then. Well, that was my top 5 best films of the summer. Shout now. Let's get to the main attraction, what everybody likes to see. And you know what that is? The worst films. Yay. But first, let me read the chat first, see what's going on with everybody. There is no nominated. Yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing, though. For Christopher Nolan to get nominated for the DOFs, that is one of those rare chances where I believe it will get nominated for the awards. Why? Come on, it's Christopher Nolan. The motherfucker needs it. But yeah, if Christopher Nolan doesn't get nominated, you know what? Yeah, if Nolan does not get nominated for the awards at all, I kind of will be upset as well. Why? Because, come on, he made the best film of the whole entire summer. If not, actually, yes, the best film of the year. Yeah, Dunkirk's my film of the year so far. It really is. None's topping it. I'm sorry, folks. Last Jedi is not going to top it for me. Why? Let's just say about The Last Jedi, I'll talk about that in a little bit towards the ending of the stream when it comes to Last Jedi. But anyways, let's get to the worst films of the whole entire summer. Right now, within the summer films, we've had a lot. I mean, a lot of shit stains come out this summer, and let me tell you all right now, folks, it was quite bad. It wasn't good. It wasn't exciting. And let's just say most of these films that I have seen, it was either monotonous, it was bullshit within its jokes, within its humor, within how it's coming off, going left field constantly, making a low blow. And it's just how the film was cast with its stupid storytelling and what it's centering around. But yeah, so let's get right to those films, all right? Now, as for dishonorables, I have 5 dishonorables. All right, I have Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. Yeah, hey, Brett, fucking milkshake butthole, you. Yeah, Captain Underpants over Wonder Woman. I'm looking at you, Buster. I am looking at you. All right, but anyways, getting back to what I was talking about, Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. Then you have, on my dishonorables, I have Cars 3. For the next up I have is my most disappointing film of the year and of the summer, King Arthur, The Legend of the Sword. Next up I have is Despicable Me 3. Despicable Me 3, eh? Despicable Me 3. Captain Underpants looks so... Nah, Captain Underpants wasn't good. It wasn't good to me. I did not like it. I did not care for it at all. But Despicable Me 3, let me tell you all right now. Despicable Me 3. Every time I say that name like I am right now, I can't tell you how many times I've been repeating myself with that name. You wanna know why I've been repeating myself with that fucking name? You want me to tell you why? I'll tell you. Because of the minions! Them little orange, well, not orange, them little yellow bastards. Alright, and last off for dishonorables is my new overrated film of the year, and to me, one of the worst films of the whole entire, pretty much the worst horror film of the whole entire year, the worst horror film to me of this decade. Yeah, following up with other three overrated bullshit pretentious films like The Babadook, The Visit, and The Witch. Yeah, fuck all three of those movies. And fuck the fourth one that I'm adding on to the SAG tit shit list. It comes at night. This movie, I made a rant. Not a rant. I made a review about it. I went into everything about this movie on how fucking pathetic this movie was. 0.25 out of 5. The only thing that saved it was whatever the fuck his name was, Joel Brighton. I don't know what the hell his name was. His performance was the only saving grace of me not giving this movie a fucking 0. It comes at night. It sucks. It's metaphorical up the ass. It's another one of those A24 pretentious art house bullshit cottonhead nitty mugging films. It was bullshit. Thank you, MC Deadpool. Joel Edgerton. Thank you very much. But yes, fuck It Comes at Night. Fuck metaphorical films. Fuck The Witch. Fuck The Visit. And fuck The Babadook. And fuck Salt. But anyways, shall we get to this hot 5, eh? Okay. My number 5 is a film, and it's my worst animated film of this whole entire year. Why? Because within its message behind the film, and especially with the pussy-like characters of what it rips off, name two of them in general, it rips off Inside Out and Wreck-It Ralph. Especially with a film like this, with this plot, with what it's about, where it was so fucking predictable, and you could have smelt it miles away. You want to know what smelling the Emoji Movie was like? It was like smelling a dirty dumpster. You knew it was going to be trash. There you go. But anyways, continuing on with this movie. My number 5 is the Emoji Movie. Let me tell you right now, that little kid, I'm going to spoil it right here. The little kid, throughout the whole entire film, he had a crush on a girl who was fucking beautiful to him and cute to him, and he wanted to talk to her. But no, you want to know what happened? He would rather waste his time playing with his phone, looking for a goddamn sticker to send to her and impress her, instead of having balls like a man and actually go talk to her. Instead of being a fucking man, have the balls to go talk to her, he'd rather be a pussy and play with a cellular device and send her a fucking emoji of the man who has different emojis. You want to talk about man? Talk to me. I live man every single day. Why? Because I don't like my life. There you go. So yeah, the Emoji Movie, it sucks. Worst quote of the year. Oh, emojis are the greatest invention known to mankind. I don't remember the right wording, but something like that. No. You want to know what the greatest invention of all time is? Porn is the greatest invention of all time. Getting laid, feeling pussy's the greatest invention of all time for a man. I'm going to tell you right now, for this kid in that movie, he is not going to feel that girl's pussy after all for what he's done. If I was in his shoes, if I was still in high school, and if I was, wanted to date a girl like her, I would have the damn cojones and go talk to her instead of sending her a sticker that does all sorts of, schwibbity boos. God damn fucking Emoji Movie, man. I hate this. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Again, folks, and I'm going to tell you right now, on the chat, here's a question for y'all. You will agree with me saying this was the PG version of the Sausage Party, because it was. All right, let's just get right to number 4. All right, number 4, this movie, let's just say it was based off a television show from the 1980s, even though I never grew up with it as the 80s guy that I am. The jokes in this movie were just horrendous. It was just bullshit. The dick jokes, all the stereotypes and the insults, and it's a mean-spirited movie. By the way, who knew that beavers can actually like actresses? Oh, I went there. Yeah, Beavers, Beaver Boy. I don't know. Fucking angry beaver. I don't know. Kelly Roachback. My number 4 is Baywatch. I hated that movie. I absolutely hated Baywatch, man. I fucking hated it. But here's the thing, though, about Baywatch. Again, The Rock, for the bullshit that he said on the social media, I believe it was Twitter, about saying, "Oh, you gotta support the movie," blah blah. The bullshit that he said, it was pathetic. It was pathetic, and it was just stupid for all the shit he said defending this movie. Clearly, it was bad. I mean, this movie was bad. So, folks, guilty pleasure. See, I'm gonna say this right now. The film is, to me, it's not a guilty pleasure. It's just another stupid movie. It really is. Especially with all this, especially how this fat guy, drooling over this, that fat kid drooling over the lifeguard and everything. Pathetic, my friends. Absolutely pathetic. The whole film was fucking pathetic. One of the worst films I've seen all year. You'll see my top 5. Now, Transformers last night. Oh, I passed win there. Now, as for Transformers last night, let me say this right now about Transformers last night. I refused to see it. Why? I did a topic on Flicks with the Dicks. I can't remember what episode it was, but I did a topic on Flicks with Dicks and my reasons why I'm not going to go over about why I'm not going to see it, and I'm not going to waste my time. Why? Because it's going to be same old shit as the other Michael Bay Transformer movies. The only thing I liked from Michael Bay was music videos that he'd done back in the past of the 80s. That was it, because he knew how to make a music video. But as for movie, no. All right, let's get to number 3. All right, my number 3. Adam Haskell. People says he looks like the character from this movie. Personally, he has the facial features, but I don't really get on his ass about it. Why? I don't know. I just don't really bug him about that movie at all. Why? Because I'm not an asshole sometimes, even though I am an asshole. But anyways, my number 3, this is the continuing story of the books that I read in middle school, and I used to love in middle school, but now as an adult, they're just stupid. I saw the first movie, I saw Roderick Rules, I saw Dog Days, and then I saw this one. This one right here was the icing on the cake. My number 3 is one of the most stupidest, and literally that's the right word to describe this movie, is pure stupid. My number 3 is Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul. The movie itself involving, it takes an hour from Colorado to Ohio. Or clearly these two states are right next to each other. Then you got the frozen pizza scene. Then you got the pig. Then you got the whole casting. Especially the worst characters in the movie was Roderick and the mom. They were just completely and utterly stupid with how they came off and the shit they said. They are fucking stupid. Literally, the whole movie is stupid. Jesus H. Christ. But yeah, it was horrendous to sit through. And folks, let me tell you a little story right now about my experience seeing Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I was on a Skype call with Fat Boy, and basically, it's been 15 minutes since I was on a call with him today and whatnot, since I'm on Skype with that fat fuck all the time. But anyways, I was on a Skype call with him, and basically, we were talking about Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and he was telling me about this film and whatnot, telling me I have to see it. Well, clearly, no joke, my original intention was I was originally planning not to see it. I really wasn't planning on seeing the movie. Why? Because it wasn't on my radar. But guess what? Everybody's been talking in the film forum and in the network of how I decided to see it anyway. And let me tell you all right now. Oh shit, Dad, am I too late? Hey, there's my new stepson. Yeah, your mom and I. Yeah, your mom and I. Let's just say your mom and I were planning on giving you a new baby brother or sister. Hey Jackson, your new brother's name is gonna be Mason. I know that's terrible of me. I'm horrible to Jackson. But anyways, getting back to what I was talking about Diary of a Kid. After when I saw this movie, no joke, I usually don't take a break when I watch films anymore. Why? Because here's the thing though. The more times I take a break, the more it's gonna be hard for me to get through the movie. Mason Fulcher, yeah, there you go. That's his Jackson, that's your new baby brother. His name's gonna be Mason Fulcher. His name's gonna be Mason. That's your little brother's new name. I'm naming him Mason. There you go. Fucking hell, I should get a photo of what Mason's gonna look like. All right, but anyways, as for Back to Die from Kid, literally, in a long time, from all the shitty films I've seen, this is one of those films where I had to take a good number of breaks, and it took me a long while. No joke. Let me tell you all right now. That closet right there, you see that closet right there that's busted? I'm gonna tell you right now, for those who don't know me well enough, I have a thing where I'm fucking breaking that closet door. It's busted right now. Why? Because I had a little, I was on a Skype call and I broke it again, like I always do. It gets fixed and break, gets fixed and broken. But anyways, right next to this closet, I was literally I was literally laying on the floor in so much pain. Not in my stomach. Well, actually, yes, a little bit in my stomach, but I was getting nauseousness in my head as well. And I was literally right there, right in the spot, right by the stack of records is. I was laying right there because I literally thought I was going to get so sick to my stomach from this movie because of how stupid and how bad this was insulting my own IQ and whatnot. Let alone, I don't even know what the fuck my IQ is. So, anyways, this movie itself was just horrible. I mean, it was just despicable. It was just pathetic. And this is a film, I'm going to say this right now, that needs to be in almost anybody's top 5 list. Why? Because this film was just completely pathetic. It's stupid upon stupid. All right, let's get to number 2, shall we? All right, speaking of stupid, let's get to a film where I was in a vegetated state. Now, I'm surprised this wasn't even on a lot of people's list at all for worst films of the summer. My number 2 is a movie where when I saw this movie, after when I was done, I was sitting in this chair, this exact chair that I'm sitting in. I was like this for a whole entire hour, going on 2 hours from what I saw in this movie. Tapeworm scene, stupidity, a mama's boy, getting kidnapped. My number 2 is Snatched. Where do I begin? Where do I sincerely begin with this one? I don't know where to begin with this movie. Why? Because of how pathetic this movie was, of how stupid, how disturbing, and how disgusting and vile this movie was. Amy Schumer, I've lost respect for you for a long time. I've lost that respect for you. I really did. But for you to come up to finally make a movie like this, that was the icing on the cake for me. I lost all, again, this is where I lost all my respect for you as a film person, and this is where I lost all my respect for you in general when it comes to the film industry and as a comedian. You used to be funny, but now you're just there. You're just on a moving picture. That's all you're doing. You're just saying and doing stupid shit. You're making a tapeworm joke. You're pretty much. I felt more. Pretty much doing bullshit in front of the guys who kidnapped you. You got stupid cops, like in a regular typical comedy. You got a mama's boy character. Lord have mercy, man. This film was fucking outstanding, folks. Outstanding. It was pathetic. I apologize, folks. Do not take that the right way at all, or the wrong way. Do not take that what I said. I'm sorry. Horrible. No joke that this will be my top 5 worst films of the whole entire year because it's rightfully deserved to be in that worst list. This film was fucking pathetic. All right, let's get to number one. Let's get to number one. Why? You want to talk about a movie that was a brand new low? You want to talk about a movie that had period jokes, dead body jokes, downright adolescent alternative universe, shitty twist, pathetic jokes, completely mean-spirited, and adolescent characters who don't know what the fuck they're doing? This is that movie. Girls getting together for a reunion. Here comes a stripper, keep that in mind, and they kill him. And they're trying to figure out what to do with it. Oh my god, folks. Just talking about this movie again fucking makes me have another rough night. That's the name of the movie. My number one of the worst film of the summer is Rough Night. Oh my god, this movie was fucking terrible. It was horrible. Oh. Folks, let me tell you all right now. I've seen comedies, quote unquote comedies. I've seen so many horrendous comedies, man. I've seen Fist Fight. I've seen Table 19. I've seen Baywatch. I've seen Snatched. I would get the Long Haul. Just name some of the common worst ones of the year. But this one, this is just on a new low. This one was just a whole new low of just bad period jokes, horrendous sex jokes, horrendous dead body jokes. No logic, no rhyme, no reason. And just that alternative mean-spirited universe where it's little to no consequences. Rough Night is just a film, folks. If you haven't seen it, don't waste your time. Actually, yes, do see it, because if you want material for your worst list, there you go. See this movie. But on a personal note, I wouldn't waste your time seeing it, because let me tell you all right now, folks, about this movie. Even though I already said how many times. This film fucking sucked! God damn, man. I did not want to go over this film again. I really didn't, but just for the list, I had to. But you know what, folks? I'm done. That's it. Goodbye. I'm kidding. But anyways, folks, on a serious note, that is my top 5 best and worst films of the summer. I know the stream might have felt a little bit short and whatnot, because I just kept talking because I want to keep everything short and simple to the point and whatnot. But still, I hope you all had a good time. I'm really glad to see a good bundle of people join the chat and hear me mumble jumble on my top 5 best and worst films of the summer. And if you agree with my list, let me know. If you disagree, let me know down below in the chat or in the comment section, because I would greatly appreciate that and whatnot. Because I like hearing your thought. But yeah, so folks, question down below in the chat. What is your top 5 worst and best films of the summer? If you haven't did a video yet or post or whatnot, let me know down below, and I'm really interested in reading what you got. So as always, folks, please subscribe for more bullshit to come. As always, subscribe to the network, subscribe to the Film Reviews channel, and as always, yeah, if you want to be part of the network, you know what to do. Get a whole member of one of the members of the Dragoon Union. We'll talk and bring you in the network. So as always, folks, take care. Ciao for now.